Okay, it's 7 a.m. We've had a good stay at this albergue last night. Now it is time to get to Fisterra. Our last stage, 32k down to Fisterra. Let's get this done. It's a bit cloudy, murky and misty this morning. We've got the river running through here up to what looks like a dam, just down at the bottom. This is the split, taking to the right if you want to go to Lucia, and to the left if you want to go to Fisterra or Fisterra. Things are interchangeable. We're going to Fisterra, so let's go this way. It's the sea! We're getting closer and closer. And that is the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, wow. How exciting. So as our Camino journey draws to a close, as we reach the Atlantic, and we've walked about as far as we can, just a few more K to go. I've been reflecting upon what this all has meant for me, and thinking about my objectives of why did I want to do the Camino in the first place, and what did I want to get out of it. I knew I needed to retreat. I knew I needed time out, away from St. Peter's, to rest and reflect. And I guess that's what sabbatical really is all about. But I knew I needed that, and I knew that some of the well had run a little bit dry in some areas. I remember talking a little bit to one or two people about having a sense of sort of compassion fatigue. Not that I didn't care about people, but just didn't feel like I had a huge amount in the well to give in that way in the last year or two, maybe particularly. And that I needed to refresh that, and I wanted to get away and have some solitary time on my own, where that would come back, believing that that was the way to do it. But actually I've had less time on my own than maybe I'd planned, and I think that was God's plan, because he's put people in my path who I now care deeply about, good friends, people who are all going through life events, and I've walked alongside and we've talked about them in depth, and I've shared my stories as well, and that has been really restorative in that way. I knew I wanted an adventure, and I've absolutely had that, and I knew that I needed to gain a new perspective on a few things, and I think all of my main objectives that I had before coming have been absolutely fulfilled. Big ticks in all the boxes. But there's so much more. I've had peace, a new perspective, and a gratitude that has just been so enriching to my heart. A peace, just wherever I've been, whatever I've been doing, just sense God with me, and a peace and joy in all of it. Just there's been challenges, but they've just been overcome quite simply, really. Or I haven't panicked, or I haven't got too worried about anything at any time. I've just had that sense of God with me, everything is okay, and loving what I'm doing. I've had a new perspective, particularly around keeping things simple. Oh my goodness, we overcomplicate things in our lives so often, and the simplicity of the rhythm that we're in, I've got to carry some of that into my day-to-day living when I get home. I think I overcomplicate things way too much, and the complication just takes time away from spending quality time with God. It really does. So I've got to find a way of simplifying things a little bit, which I'm sure we'd all love to do that. but that's got to be a priority. I've loved the simplicity of this, and the lack of need for Western world things, and the ability to embrace God more. And I've had fresh perspective on my relationship with God. I think I described my own spiritual life as maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 before I came away. I knew there was some work to do, and I know now that some of that work has been done. I've tried to make some of that happen by being quite disciplined and having times with God every day, but it's been really the moments where God has said, thank you for your efforts, but this is what I'm doing, that have been the most enriching. And in just making space for God to do that, and to noticing when he does, in the people who I've met, in some joyous moments of just appreciating God for who he is, and the incredible creator that he is. The depth of appreciation and gratitude for nature has been fantastic. Just how wonderful and powerful he is, and just the really deep sense of contentment and closeness to God. That fresh perspective has all been really important. And yeah, my gratitude, I think, has absolutely increased. My last sermon before I came away was all about gratitude. Well, I have now more gratitude for God than I did back then. I've just seen him move in so many ways. Had some real mountaintop, literally, but mountaintop experiences that you can hook your faith on for a while and really bring refreshment. But I think it's just that deeper sense of rootedness in him that has been so good for me. The whole journey has been like a spiritual health check and refreshment, and I think I've grown as a Christian through this process, which is so flipping great to be able to say. I hope that would be the case, and it absolutely is. And so, beginning to come to the end of this journey, we'll reach the very end, well actually first thing tomorrow morning, and I'm so grateful for all that has happened and how I've been shaped by this journey. But let me just bounce that back to you. How are you doing with your spiritual life? Is it time to take a bit of a spiritual health check? Is it time to notice if you're a little bit of a 6 or 7 out of 10, and not wait 6 months or so like I did to do something about it, but to start working out how you can have that quality time just being close to Jesus, simplifying some of your life maybe to make space for him, and rejoicing in the invitation to be a child of God, an apprentice of Jesus, and to be close to him, to become like him and do as he does. Is there some work to do? I suspect for all of us there is always a bit of work to do, but as I found in this journey, it's more in the making space than in the hard effort where God can be found and can refresh your spiritual life. Make that space, open up your heart, and allow God to come and nourish you. Oh, just fantastic. I hope I can carry this sense of contentment with me throughout the next weeks and months. But I know that continuing to come back to the well, being filled with the Spirit, and searching for him in some abiding moments on a regular basis is the way to make that happen. So take stock. I just encourage you to do that and press into him, because what I've got in my heart at the moment, I'd love everyone to have as well. Oh, this is just beautiful, coming down here to this stunning coastline. Oh. So the scenery has changed quite a bit, and it's absolutely in a place called C, that's C-double-E, and it just reminds me quite a lot of a fairly typical English fishing village, but with the sunshine and warmth and without the crowds. It's a good combo. Okay, check this out, people. We're in Spain. We have an absolutely incredible beach. It's July. There's about 6 people on it. It's gently shelving. There's a couple of nice bars just over there, where we're just about to have a drink. Another one, just a Coca-Cola. This is a little piece of paradise. It's going down this stunning little tunnel of trees as we've gone over our last little lump of rock, a bit of a climb, now a little descent, and just think it looks stunning at the end of this lovely line of trees. There is a wall of blue, and so refreshing. It's hot now, and we've done almost 30k. And there is Fisterra and the lighthouse at the end of the world. And there is a glorious beach. Just take a look at that. Okay, we are just coming into Fisterra, and we are cooked, and we are in quite a bit of pain, I think, both of us, but we are almost there. How are you doing, Cody?
I'm happy. Not happy.
No.
Help me.
Cody's feet, he's just had a messed up, and my back is probably about 6 inches shorter than it used to be. Okay, so we've walked right across Spain to the far side of Spain, and now we can go in the sea.
See! There we go.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We made it.
Oh, wow!
So Cody and I thought that we'd get ourselves dinner.
Yes.
Oh yes. It only seemed fitting that we should get scallops after all the flipping scallops that we've seen on signs for the last 36 days. And we got some scallops and quite a lot of other things as well. Whoa, get in. So we're just coming down to the beach on the western facing part of the peninsula here in Fisterra. There's hardly a breath of wind. I thought that it would be really windy here, but tonight there is hardly any wind at all. It looks spectacular. We've walked right across Spain to the very furthest westerly point that you can pretty much get to, and going to come and watch the sunset. It looks incredible. Take a look at this.